What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and I just finished up watching Trey Lippe Morrison versus Mike Balogun, and this was a 10-rounder in the heavyweight division, and this fight was Thursday, December 2nd, from the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City, New York, and this fight was broadcasted on Fight TV, and in this fight, Mike Balogun was able to get a destructive first-round knockout victory over Trey Lippe Morrison, and he stays unbeaten as Trey Lippe Morrison now takes the first ever loss of his career thus far. I mean, Trey Lippe Morrison stepped up here, and as I expected, I did predict a knockout win for Mike Balogun, but I thought it would happen later. But Mike Balogun, I mean, he's 38 years old and still was able to pull off this performance. As I mentioned before, I thought it would happen later, but I still picked Balogun to win this fight by knockout. So, I mean, Trey Lippe Morrison, he looked horrible in this fight, I'm going to be honest. He looked slow as usual, missed a lot of his punches, and got countered. And to break down the fight, I mean, Trey Lippe Morrison got hit with a counter left hand after missing a lot. I mean, let me just say this. The first half of the first round was really just Mike Balogun actually just countering Trey Lippe Morrison. Trey Lippe Morrison really didn't hit him with anything. Mike Balogun landed a nice left hand at the start of the round, was moving around nicely, countering Morrison with the jab, landing some nice shots. Morrison was missing a lot of his right hands. But then, I don't even know what time it was in the round, maybe 40 seconds, 30 seconds left in the round. Trey Lippe Morrison gets caught with a beautiful left hand from Mike Balogun, which sends him stumbling back. Then he falls to the canvas. Referee calls it a knockdown, rightfully, obviously. And then he gets back up, and he doesn't look too hurt because it seemed like he just got caught with a flush shot, possibly off balance a bit, but he did get caught with a nice shot. That was flush, obviously. And Mike Balogun does have some decent power. But, right after Morrison got up, Mike Balogun just started unleashing shots on Trey Lippe Morrison. Left hands, right hooks. I mean, just every punch in his arsenal. And Trey Lippe Morrison was blocking most of it up until he got caught again with the left hand backed up onto the ropes. Then he got caught with a left hook when he tried to throw. Or he actually, before that, was able to hit Mike Balogun with a nice left hook that did make him stumble back a bit, but Mike Balogun came back on the offensive, and as I mentioned before, he landed a beautiful left hook that almost knocked out Trey Lippe Morrison, and it reminded me of when his father got knocked out by Ray Mercer, just out on his feet in the ropes. So then, I mean, he got caught with that left hand, and his knees gave out. He was sort of limp, went down, then got up. He didn't touch the canvas, though. His knees buckled, like, a lot. Then, he was able to stand up straight from that, but then Mike Balogun just started unleashing again, landed an uppercut, then followed by a right hand to the chin of Morrison. The referee pulled Mike Balogun off because Morrison was sort of falling into the ropes. He called it a technical knockdown, I believe so. But then, Morrison was stumbling and bumbling around the ring, and the referee rightfully waved it off because he wasn't seeing he obviously was supposed to be seeing from a guy who wanted to continue. I mean, Morrison said he could, but he was just stumbling. His legs were out. I mean, he was going to get knocked out either way. So I think it was a good stoppage by the referee. So with that being said, what is next for Mike Balogun getting this first-round knockout victory and an excellent win, might I say, defeating an unbeaten opponent with a high knockout ratio? I think he could fight maybe someone who's in the top 25 in the heavyweight division on possibly like a DAZN or even another Triller card like this. I mean, there isn't really many names I could mention, but he should definitely get a decent fight next. Maybe someone anywhere ranging from the top 45 to top 25 in the heavyweight division, and that's who I think he will fight next, most likely. Someone within that range. But as for Trey Lippe Morrison, he's either going to stop fighting or he's either going to continue just fighting nobodies in Oklahoma, just total unknown opponents like he was doing before he went on like Top Rank, fought 2 fights on there, and went on here on Triller, and he brutally got knocked out. So he'll probably continue fighting low-level fights in Oklahoma, Tennessee, like Midwestern level opponents. And he'll probably get a lot of knockout wins and have still a great record, but I mean, we all know that his record isn't really as great as it looks on paper without just looking at the opponents he's beaten. So, overall, Mike Balogun absolutely destroys Trey Lippe Morrison, scoring 2 knockdowns in the first round to get a knockout victory. And, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.